Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Hayflicker, and this is my introduction video. To start off, I have a little bit of information about myself. I am an elementary teacher at Trigo Grade School. I have actually taught a wide variety of grades in my short time of teaching. I've actually been teaching for 4 years, but this is the first year that I will have the opportunity to teach the same grade for the second year in a row. So I taught third grade last year, and I will actually get to teach third grade again this year. So I'm really excited for that. I live in Waukene, Kansas, which is actually where Trigo Grade School is. Waukene is a small farming community. We actually have about 200 kids in our building, and our building has grades preschool through 8th grade in it, so a very small district. I am actually married to my high school sweetheart. We both grew up here in Waukene as well, and our anniversary is coming up, so we'll be married for about 3 years on our anniversary. And we're actually expecting our first child in October, so excited to have that time and get to finally meet her in October. I am also very excited because after this class, I only have 4 more classes to finish off my master's, and at the end of that, I'll have my master's in education with a reading specialist emphasis. So I'm really excited to be wrapping this up and really seeing the end of this as well. As we're looking at what's actually we're going to be looking at for this class is analyzing and using data to inform instruction, and looking at how my district does analyze and use data to inform our instruction. This has actually been a heavy discussion in our district in recent years, and especially this previous year. We know that this is a weakness for our building, and so we've been really looking for different ways to improve. Currently, we're making a change in some of our testing, we're hoping to help improve this as well. We're moving from Ames Web testing to DIBELS testing in our lower elementary grades. That is just one way, but also we're looking at different ways to actually use this data and how it is actually informing our instruction. So we've begun doing things like different teacher groups and having conversations amongst each other that how other teachers are using this to inform their instruction. And what we really liked about the DIBELS testing was that it actually had some good progress monitoring tips and helpful ways to continue to progress monitor students rather than just testing and then leaving that information alone and never actually using that data. As far as my personal knowledge and what I already really know about data and assessment is really very limited. I feel like that is also a weakness for me, as we talked about that it was a weakness for my district. And that's one way that I'm hoping to improve is obviously by taking this class and learning different ways to really use that data that we do collect naturally and how to use that to best help my students and really turn that and use it for a purpose rather than just collect the data and stop there. One way that I'm looking at improving this year in my classroom, I plan on teaching a unit, which let's just use reading for example. If I have five lessons within a unit, I would teach those 5 lessons, and we would work through and we would do everything that we need to for those lessons. And then at the end of that unit, the students would take the unit assessment. That unit assessment I would then use to plan my instruction for the following week. The next week, we would move on to another unit. We would not move on to any other new concepts. I would evaluate how those first 5 weeks had gone, and basically by using that assessment tool, and then we would go on from there. Maybe I need to do some reteaching. Maybe there was something that we'd missed and we really need to go back and concentrate on. Or maybe it's going to be a time for enrichment. I realized, okay, they've got that concept and I can now expand on that concept a little bit more. So I really look forward to using this model in my classroom and hopefully giving myself a purpose for the instruction, the assessment, and really being able to let the students actually guide me with what I need to be doing. So I look forward to learning with everybody in this class, and I look forward to getting lots of great tips and helpful hints on what to do to really use instruction and make it use assessment, and make it a useful tool in my classroom. Thank you.